May it please the court, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Lindsey N, and I am representing the plaintiff, Charlie Brown. To my left are my colleagues. This is a case about trust, a breach of trust. Let's set the scene. It's October 28th, a couple days before Halloween. It's a brisk autumn morning, and Charlie Brown walks over to Lucy VanPelt, the defendant, Lucy's younger brother Linus, and his dog Snoopy. The defendant asks my client to kick this football. My client says no, because he knows that the defendant has a tendency to snatch the ball away right before he kicks it, causing him to fall on his back. However, the defendant pesters my client over and over again, saying, kick the ball, I won't pull it away. So my client says no again, but then the defendant pulls out a document saying, I promise I won't pull away the football, and signs it. Snoopy and Linus both see this document and see that it is signed by Lucy VanPelt. So my client, trusting his friend, the defendant, says, okay, I'll kick the ball this time. So the defendant holds the ball. My client runs with such force to get a good distance on the ball that he swings with his foot, and Lucy snatches away the ball, and since there is no exerting force back on his foot, he flies up and lands on his back. He also has a spinal cord injury currently, by the way. So we hope at the conclusion that you will see that the defendant is guilty for physical and psychological damage to my client, Charlie Brown. We will bring 3 witnesses. The first 2 are Snoopy and Linus, and they will tell you the exact moment that they saw the defendant pull away the ball and Charlie Brown lands on his back. Also bring up the doctor that Charlie Brown saw right after he had this injury, and the doctor will show you the x-rays of his back being injured, and will also show you the extensive medical bill that Charlie Brown now has to pay and his family can't afford it. So, the defendant will tell you that this document, which I have right here because Charlie Brown gave it to me, this document right here, the defendant will say that it was not binding, that it was not signed, but words like promise is binding. It will also tell you that the defendant did not mean any harm, but if she didn't mean any harm, then why did she keep telling my client over and over multiple times before to come and kick the football? Lastly, the defendant will say that she didn't mean to harm him, and she didn't touch him, and since she didn't touch him, that means she didn't harm him. But if I were to come up to you, hit you with this tissue box, say, I didn't harm you, I didn't lay a finger on you, but I still was holding the the football, actually. So that means I did actually hurt you. So we ask you to find the defendant guilty. Thank you for your attention.